this is the trial module we use, and I wanted to show you this because I think it's kind of the latest thing in technology. This trial module is how we illustrate, present we put all of our trial information on here. We put all of our graphics, all of our documents, all of our hot docs, all of everything on this. We do it for mediation and for trial, that all of whom that we're presenting all at one time in the MDL. Now, what we do with this is on this we have available the timelines, and I'll show you timelines later, but the timeline is color-coded for the scientific knowledge in green, characters and corporate activity in red, and market conditions and regulations. And then we can go across the timeline. This timeline was made in conjunction with Burke Simpson in Denver, and literally, I'm not kidding you, this timeline was, they have a 16-foot table, and the timeline went off of both ends of the table. So this timeline was like 18 feet put together of paper on the table. So I'm saying, let me try it a little differently. So I took their 18 feet of timelines, and we put it on here in this fashion. And as you say, everything is color-coded, and you can imagine what all this looks like on one timeline. But this gives you everything, immediate access to everything. You can point and click, you can pull up whatever you need to. Anything on here, you pull it up down here. You want to bring up the entire document, you can bring up the whole document. When you get the document up, you can close in on it, you can pull out on it, you can move it, you can go up the document, down the document, any way you need to go. You can also highlight in several different colors. You can control the size of the highlight. And you can do this with every document in the case. You can also move from page to page and so forth. So that's the document that supports whatever's above the line. So anyway, this is the basic timeline that we're using for the MDL for this piece of litigation as to what Johnson & Johnson knew and what they were telling the FDA about this product. But then we have the animations. And in the animations, we have 15 animations here. And I'll show you a couple of them in a minute. But our animations, what we try to do with the animations, we have two different types. The first is to educate. I believe you educate, then you advocate. So we have specific animations that are drawn for the express purpose of educating the jury as to exactly what this is all about. And then as we get into it, see, we show normal circulation, coronary perfusion, ocular circulation, cerebral circulation, normal thrombus formation, the role of estrogen, all these things, and then we get into what is a deep vein thrombosis. Now we get into the idea of now these starting here, these are injuries. So for every different type of injury, we have a graphic. This is a deep vein thrombosis, pulmonary embolism, cerebral venous thrombosis, arterial stroke, myocardial infarction, blindness, and then we get into, these are the summary arguments that you use for summation. So those are pure argument, but we created one. And these are, as far as I know, these are just state-of-the-art graphics. And these are, these graphics are created by High Impact, which has a booth out here. They're exhibiting here. And no, I do not have an interest in High Impact. I would certainly like to. And for what these graphics cost me, I should. But these are great. This is the best I've seen. And let me just say that both here and in Belli, I always strongly recommend that you support our exhibitors. We have the best in the business. We don't just let, here and Belli, both these organizations, we don't let just anybody exhibit. The people that exhibit here are the people that we do business with. A lot of people call and want to exhibit, but we choose the people that exhibit here are people we can vouch for. And they're excellent exhibitors out here. That are doing graphics, they're doing all sorts of things, and we've done business with them. and they are the best. So this is just the basic one showing the clot formation, and then goes on up. I'll let this one run for just a second. It goes on up into, and this, because this is the most prolific of the injuries, shows the clot lodging in the lung, resulting in damage to the lung, and we have more injuries like this than any other type. But this is an educational, you see, this is called a pulmonary embolus, and this is an educational graphic. But then when you get to the end of it, it shows what happens with, now you got the clot. Now, of course, you've got your doctor explaining all this as you go. So for trial, we always have an alternate set that doesn't have any of the words on it in case they object to it. So we keep another set, which is fine because we got a doctor on the stand who's explaining all the same things. But then we get into 2 or 3 different things here. You start throwing multiple clots, and you get into this is called a shower emboli, where they start throwing showering emboli in all kind of directions. And we have women who have this who end up with heart attacks, severe, very bad, severe strokes, things of this nature. So, and you saw the various types of injuries that can occur as a result of this. And then this is a saddle embolus. And you see that one clot gets in there and just cuts off the blood flow. And women they can't breathe. And I mean, the fear involved in this, the mental anguish involved in this is horrible, because when this happens, they can't breathe and they can't do it. They just have this intense pain in their chest, and they have no idea what's happening to them, and they can't function. They can't breathe. They can't do anything. So this is just a sample of one of the graphics that shows the most prolific